Why is it so important for us to control our emotions? Was Socrates correct in saying that we should keep our emotions separate from our logic and that we should not allow our emotions to influence our logical decisions? We're going to be investigating 3 reasons why it's important to be able to control your emotions. If you are new to this channel, I'd like to encourage you to smash that subscribe button and turn on the post notifications bell for more content like this. And as per usual, let's not waste any time. Let's get straight to number 1. First reason why it's very important to control our emotions is because it gives us more discipline. Now, let's use an example of a currency trader, right? He looks at the charts, he decides he wants to enter this trade. He enters and he ends up losing. Not necessarily because his trade idea was incorrect, but because he didn't have the discipline. He had the fear of missing that opportunity. He allowed his emotions to get the best of him. And that is why it's so essential to control your emotions. If you master your emotions, you are automatically going to increase your discipline. You are going to avoid impulsive decisions, which we'll get to later on in the video. But having the ability to control your emotions gives you the ability to really improve your discipline and to practice true discipline. And I always love the example of the trader because that is a prime example. He had the fear of missing out on making money. He allowed his impulsiveness to get the better of him. He allowed his emotions to get the better of him, and he lost money because of that. So the number 1 reason, the first reason why it's very important to control your emotions is because it will allow you to build discipline. Second reason why it's so important to control your emotions is because it allows you to stand by your values. Now, this applies especially in the dating scene or in the relationship scene, right? When we get attached to a person, logic goes out the window. That's why they say love is blind. Love makes you make stupid decisions.
Stop it.
And the problem with that is that you get so blinded by this infatuation, you get so blinded by all of this affection that you're receiving that you can't make logical decisions anymore. And if you have the ability to control your emotions, you would be able to stand your ground. You would be able to stand by your morals and by your values. Now, this is especially when it comes to young men, when it comes to men in the late teens or early 20s.
Oh shit, here we go again.
When the hormones are through the roof, we tend to make decisions that we regret later. We tend to make decisions that are impulsive, that aren't fair towards the other person, because we don't have the ability to control our urges, right? And I don't need to elaborate on that. We all know what I'm talking about.
Naughty, naughty.
But that is just a prime example. If you can't control those sexual impulses, you won't be able to act in a logical manner. You won't be able to stand your ground. You won't be able to take a step back and say, you know what? I have standards, I have morals, let's not do this. However, if you manage to master those emotions, you will see better results and you will not have as many regrets as you have currently. So, mastering your emotions is not very easy. It's going to be a hard journey, but it is possible. And once you master your emotions, you will find that you have less regrets. You will find you make smarter decisions and you end up with less regrets in the future. Third and final reason why it's important to master emotions is because it helps you avoid making impulsive decisions. In the beginning of the video, we talked about the currency trader, we talked about the forex trader who made an impulsive decision and lost his money. If he was able to control his FOMO and able to control his emotions, he wouldn't have placed himself in that situation and he wouldn't have lost the money. He would have probably made some, right? Now, the same goes for everything in life. If you cannot master your emotions, you will continuously make impulsive decisions, right? You want that particular car because the other person has that car, so why can't I get it? You buy that car, the car ends up breaking down, you end up losing that money, or you end up not loving the car at all. That is just a simple example that I'm giving you, but it applies to other aspects of life. It applies to your love life, it applies to your financial situation, it applies to your career, it applies to your side hustles. if you do not master your emotions right now, you are going to continue making impulsive decisions. Now, how do we master our emotions? Now, this is going to take practice, it's going to take discipline, it's going to take some sort of routine, but you have to teach yourself sometimes to say no. You have to teach yourself, most importantly, to say no to yourself and to your own impulses, which is the most difficult thing on the planet to do. But whatever way works for you to manage your emotions, please do it. If it's going to the gym, if it's reading self-help books, if it's forcing yourself to say no sometimes, that builds discipline, that builds character, and that gives you the encouragement to master your emotions. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, leave a comment on the video, please share the videos with friends and family, and I will be seeing you next time.